Hey folks, welcome once again to the 2020 Phantom Dust Quaranteam Tournament. You've got me here, your buddy Affin, and I've spent way too much time trying to get that intro down. But I had to let you guys in on the inside baseball approach of this trash talk that was going on between Dan and Ailes and Killermark and Skaboss. This is a round 5 playoff match in the mid-tier, and it ought to be a good one. As they all pretty much have been thus far, with the exception of a lot of really good matches thus far. So I'm happy and excited to get this one casted and into you guys as soon as possible. We'll be watching this from Dan's perspective. Looks like he has a Holy Ray in hand, and I honestly have not a goddamn clue what that is. But he has enough aura to lay it down, so let's see what it looks like. And we have a real bad aura star from Skaboss and Killermark off the jump. We'll see if that's by design or not. Reduces everyone's damage, so the opposite of the Forest Sanctuary that people usually put down. Interesting. He's got a Doze in hand too, so let's look at the nerfs. Everybody in the world. Oh, they got an Amros? Oh wait, it won't matter if... interesting. So the low aura is by design with the Exhaust in hand. Could be a vicious balance out of Skaboss and Killermark. The jank is already off the page from both teams. Holy Ray is down. And there's a key bullet in the back. Looks like losing the Holy Ray might have thrown Dan and Ailes off their game. Everyone's back to normal except... Well, not everyone. We have a +2 on Alice rather. Heat on Killermark, and he's just chipping away with the key bullet. You gotta get behind that light bulb, man. Alice is similarly taking damage on the other side. Has the Holy Ray, but he's almost dead. I see a Blazing Sword. Threw eliminated on accident. Holy Ray's back down, but it's gonna eat another key bullet. Won't kill him though. Let's see what happens now. Another Doze on his partner. Ready to pick him up. He goes down instead. That's Dan. Alice is right there to pick him up. Does get the pick up. He survives somehow. It's out of there. That's a dead Alice. There's an Angel's Breath in head. I didn't miss his partner. Okay, thank God. Okay, Killermark's still buffed. Alice is still debuffed, and the Turb just ruins Dan's day. I hope there's a recall in there somewhere, but he's down to 8 capsules. Amulet should prevent that from happening again. Potentially. I see no defenses in hand for either Alice or Dan. That key bullet's just gonna be there to pick him off. There's our Doze again. 6 damage crystallization. What was... I think that was one of those mines that reduce stats one more time. Can you pick him up? You can't get him up. Gets the pickup on that third Holy Ray. Trying to be there for his partner. Impact Thirst goes off. He didn't pick him up. Oh, he did get him. Got him. Crystallization gets him down again. It'll be a long pickup from Alice's perspective. The mine... Does it reduce stats? So what's the mine again? What is... I'm not sure what this mine is doing. But it's just another Turb. Takes it anyway. I wish I knew what this mine was for. I really don't. Oh, is he just throwing Fast Bomb over and over again? But he's not taking damage. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. They'll have to explain that one to us in the comments to let us know what was going on there. Anyway, round 2. Or round 1 goes to Killermark and Skaboss. Heaps and heaps of jank, which is what we like to see. I saw a bunch of Mephisto's packs in that last deck. Going to Refinery. Great water recording from Dan, by the way. Mephisto's anti-gravity trap and a judge. Somebody's been watching his sandal videos. Ought to be fun. But we see an environmental in hand from Skaboss. So he should have enough ore to lay it down, whatever it is now. I'm gonna guess confused gravity, but let's see what happens. Dan does not have what he wants right now. Alice, true to his word from the podcast, has a void in hand, but it looks like Killermark and or Skaboss was just waiting on it. But he had another void. For Sanctuary down. Not going to be too game-breaking there. And immobilize. Anti-gravity trap plus mobilize, but his aura is not quite where it needs to be. I think, oh, he's going to want those defenses. If he does, they'll immobilize, I see. He doesn't want to waste them just yet. And the voids, that's the third void already for Alice. He's surviving for the most part. 6 damage down. He's burned through all of his voids already. Unless he has a recall, it's going to be tough to stay surviving. Because again, I don't see any defenses coming up for either of these people. He's at 8. He can do the gravity, and Judge is online. There goes Judge. Does not hit. Skaboss took 3 from, I guess, falling off. Does he want to get rid of the Forest Sanctuary, or is he happy with it? And it's done. Maybe he's got something else in mind. Alice is still taking damage over there. But he's still probably a fall from Killermark. Just a couple of tumbles on Skaboss and Killermark while Dan continues to set up. Let's not get... Recollection's gonna come in handy. Wait, that's not recall though. What is recall? Is he just gonna call back the Mephistos, or? Interesting. Oh, he wants to do anti-gravity trap again, I'm guessing. We're gonna mobilize everybody into the base for anti-gravity trap. Perhaps. Doesn't want the Forest Sanctuary down. Very curious what's happening. Oh, he's getting his partner. Okay. Hopefully they're communicating. Does he? Mind's Eye gets taken. Doesn't want that. Mobilize. Anti-gravity trap, I'm guessing went off. Skaboss having to run, jump off, and Fire of Gehenna ends it. Again, would have loved to have seen what they were trying to go for there. I mean, the anti-gravity trap was obvious, but I'm wondering what step 2 was at that point. That's game 2 to Skaboss and Killermark with a little bit less jank on Refinery, but it's there in droves for Alice and Dan. Going to round 3. Looks like we're heading to Sign. Plenty of space to mess around on the map. Good order start. It's like a straight up railgun. Or a straight up bravery deck. They may have abandoned the jank, which makes me sad, but understandable. I still want to actually win this thing. We'll see if they can get, if Dan can get bravery online soon. Have a Dazzle Cluster or Dazzle Railgun. Plus a Frighten will go pretty far if they can get online, but I hear lasers already. Don't know if it's coming from Killermark or Skaboss. That's Skaboss. Throw the pressure. See what happens. Frighten, that works too. I guess he couldn't get it without getting pelted a couple of times. But for next time. Again, could have done the Frighten, would have done just as well, save the pressure, but damage is done either way. It's a solid 2 out of them, and falls off the side too, so you got the fall damage and the tumble damage. Good for 5. And a lack at the same time. Killermark, that is mean. Dan just getting pelted here. Alice is buffed on the other side, but he's actually in that vibration too, so let's see if we can actually put some of this stuff to work. His partner's hanging high and dry at the moment. Is he gonna get in there and start doing some damage? And that he does. Like a 5 damage Psycho Knife on Killermark, who has no defenses to speak of. Let's see if Dan can survive, because Mark is getting picked apart just a little bit at the time. See if he does any damage back at the same time. The good defense here should provide some cover for Dan until he gets a little bit more set up. Looks like Killermark might have run away from Alice, but and right to Dan with the exhaust. That's unfortunate, especially in a bravery deck. You're gonna want that ore to use the burden. There you go. Alice is buffed to hell right now. I wonder if there's any faith in here for a doppelganger, perhaps? Alice can do some serious damage. A couple of burdens. It's gonna want to. That one it does hit. Nice. Burden hits on Skaboss. He's got another one in hand. Clear your bench, man. What is that? Huh? Finisher? Was that a I don't know what that was, but it killed Killermark across the map. Alice took two at the same time. He's gonna go over there to support his partner. Pressure. Oh, and oh, that sucks. The little mousetrap hole. That sucks so bad. But Alice is still putting in work on Skaboss over there. Who doesn't appear to be going to save his partner. No, he does get killed. Never mind. That's so rough. Pressure comes out. Hits. Burden. Fire the burden. He had the. Burden. Oh, they've got it frightened now. So Dan's in trouble. Alice is in trouble. Alice is dead, and he's gonna get frightened out of the sky. Survives it. No sound on the landing. Again, has a defense, has no bravery to speak of. Frightened. Thank you, Pillar. Pick it up. Frightened out of the air, and that's game. A little bit less janky, but we had some good, nasty stuff in terms of deck building coming out of Alice and Dan. I want to see that stuff work on somebody, so hopefully they'll play again, or we'll get some more footage of them putting that stuff in action. Okay, this is, I believe, our first playoff match in either group, so stay tuned for more.